Welcome to the POG Show. I'm your host, Kristin Martindale, Public Information Officer for the City of Port Orange, a city in Central Florida that is unique by choice, not by chance. I will be bringing you powerful interviews and on-the-go info to gain a better understanding of the various services and functions our city provides. So let's get started. Hello, everyone, to episode 13 of the POG Show. Today, I have with me in the podcast studio the city's customer service manager, Kristin LaLancette. Hi, Kristin.
Hi, Christine.
I'm so happy that you've been able to spend some time with me today.
Thank you for having me.
So I hear congratulations are in order.
Yes, thank you.
Your appointment to customer service manager. Very happy for you.
Thank you. I'm excited.
So how long have you been with the city?
8 years.
8 years. That's great. So the city's customer service department is the topic for us today. But before we talk about some areas surrounding customer service, just tell our listeners a little bit about yourself. I know you've been with the city 8 years, but I'll give our listeners a little bit more detail.
I was excited to join the City of Port Orange family in 2013. I went to middle school in Port Orange and high school in Port Orange, so that was really exciting to be able to come to work at the beautiful city center every day. I started as a customer service rep, and I've, kind of been promoted throughout the years, and I was just promoted to the customer service manager this week, so I'm really excited about getting in there and, leading our customer service department to serve the citizens of Port Orange.
That's awesome. Congratulations again. I'm sure your team is very, very happy for you. That's awesome. So the city's customer service department is available Monday through Friday via walk-in or telephone and is located at Port Orange City Hall. The team answers questions concerning your monthly water bills, adding and removing water services, and establishing new water services with the city. But they provide so much more, and we're so excited to talk about this today. So let's start with Paymentus. So to provide our listeners a little background, the city launched Paymentus, an online utility billing payment system for its customers back in September 2020, after its previous utility billing and tax payment system was discontinued. So at that time, the benefits of Paymentus only included a Pay Now feature that allowed for quick payment without having to register an account. But most recently, just recently on July 1, the Paymentus customer portal for online bill pay was launched, bringing many new enhancements. So, Kristin, can you maybe expand on that a little bit?
Absolutely. We're really excited to bring the customer portal to Port Orange citizens. Now they'll be able to log in with their email and create a password. They'll be able to go and see copies of their statements, their consumption history, their payment history. So all of that will now be available to customers. And our biggest request from customers is auto pay with a credit card so that they can get their points. So that's an exciting feature that we're excited about rolling out. You can now put your account on auto pay with a credit or debit card. We've already got, in the last 8 days, 240 customers signed up.
Wow.
In the customer portal, so that's really exciting.
Oh, that is great. I do remember putting that on social media when it came out on the 1st, and I'm sure you got a lot of positive feedback for
Absolutely.
Sure. That's great. So if customers have questions, I understand there are some instructions on how to sign up, right? They're easy, step-by-step instructions, correct?
Yes, we Corey and our IT department put together a step-by-step instructions on how to do it, but it is also very easy. It's just, a register now button, your email, your name, your address, create your own password, and then once you set up your email account, you can go in and attach your account number. You'll need your account number, which you can call customer service at any time and ask for your account number, or it's on your bill. And then once you have your account attached to your email address, you have all of those features available to you.
That's great. And then there is a link. Obviously, if you go on our homepage of our website, if you just hit pay bill, right, you can, go through that way. There's also a link, too, that I put on our social media that we'll put in the show notes of this episode, too, that people can just click on and register. So that's an exciting feature. I know it's been a long time coming for sure. But, I'm glad that, this is something that customers can do this, especially with the credit card. I know that was something people have been wanting for a while. So.
Yes. I think it's going to please a lot of our citizens out there.
I think so, too, especially what you said the last 8 days. How many?
240.
Wow, that's great. Very excited to hear that news. So switching gears a little bit from Paymentus to Aquahawk, looking back, it was June 1st, 2017, when we first announced Aquahawk. I can't believe how fast time has flown. So Aquahawk is a free, easy-to-use online tool to assist our water customers to better understand and efficiently manage their usage of drinking, reuse, and irrigation water. Can I emphasize the word free here? Right? Free. So maybe you could tell or remind our listeners how Aquahawk can be a great tool for them.
Absolutely. So if you're one of those people who wants to monitor your water usage and keep your bill at a certain, payment every month, Aquahawk is a great feature. You can log in and set up your account with two things. You can monitor by how much water you use. So if you're one of those people who knows that they use 3,000 or 4,000 gallons a month and doesn't want to go over that, then you can set a threshold and it'll alert you through a call, an email, or a text that you've gone over that. Or if you're someone who really likes to just know, I don't want to pay more than $80, you set that $80 threshold, and then if you go over that, it'll alert you through call, email, or text that you went over your $80. It's so grateful when customers call and say, Aquahawk called me and told me I had unusual consumption, and I went out and I found my leak and I fixed it, and their water bill didn't get too high because Aquahawk is there, alerting them as soon as possible.
Yeah, what a great feature. And that is free, right? There's no, hidden charges or any of that. It's free. I don't know if you know this or not, but how many customers do you think we have on Aquahawk?
So right now we have 4,772 customers,
wow,
which is a lot. But out of the 28,000 customers, we definitely want to put it out there more so more people sign up.
Oh, absolutely. And so that was definitely one of the topics I wanted to talk about today because it's such a great feature. And I feel like, more customers need to take advantage of this for sure.
Absolutely.
So how can customers sign up? I am going to put the link again in the show notes of this episode. But
so if there's somebody who wants to go to the website and log on to Aquahawk, they can do it themselves, or they can call customer service. We have those customers who don't have email addresses, so we can set them up on our side so that they can just get calls or text messages if they're not someone who has an email address. But you can set it up yourself, or customer service can walk you through it.
Oh, that's great. And again, I will put the link in the show notes so people can just click on it and sign up. So, wonderful feature. More people will take advantage of this. I'm going to really make sure we hammer on this for sure. So, in addition to utility bill services, residents can also contact customer service for license tags for pets. So just to give our listeners a little bit of background, or if they weren't aware, the Florida Department of Health of Volusia County issued a rabies alert for the southeastern portions of Port Orange, which was in response to a cat that tested positive for rabies on June 8th. The recent rabies alert is for 60 days, so we're still under that alert. The center of the rabies alert is located at Briarwood Mobile Estates and includes the following boundaries that include parts of Port Orange, Allendale, and Harbor Oaks. So can you provide our listeners with some information about the importance of vaccines against rabies, about having a license tag and what they need to do to obtain one?
So the City of Port Orange requires all pets, cat, dog, or ferrets to be vaccinated against rabies. And once you have your rabies vaccine certificate, you come into the City of Port Orange and the Customer Service Department will issue you a animal license for $10 if it's within the first 60 days of moving to Port Orange or within the first 60 days of the beginning of the year. And that helps animal control keep track of the animal if it were to get lost or go missing, to be able to return it to you.
Yeah, very good information. Residents can, call customer service as well too, but they have to walk in, correct, to get the tag?
It can be done if you want to email your rabies vaccine information to our customer service at port-orange.org, and then we can take your payment over the phone, and then we can mail you your tag. But it is done a lot faster if you come into the office.
Yeah, for sure. And, just the importance, the animal license tag, proves the animal has its current vaccinations and enables Port Orange Animal Control to return the animal to its rightful owner should it get lost. This is just such a good reminder to keep our domestic pets safe by ensuring they are vaccinated against rabies and keep an eye on them to prevent them from, coming in contact with wild animals and so forth. So So this is really good, especially a great reminder when we got that alert from the Department of Health of Volusia County. That was like that social media went crazy on our page for sure, that we have to be reminded this is an important topic.
Absolutely. We definitely try to, around the December timeframe, let our customers know that it's something that they need to renew every year around January. And then new customers who move to Port Orange, it's actually a part of their new customer service application where there's a little blurb, you have 60 days from moving here to get your animals registered.
Oh, that's very good. That's a great point for sure. Because people should also remember not to handle, feed, or unintentionally attract wild animals with open garbage cans or litter, and to never adopt wild animals or bring them into your home. So, no, all good stuff. So thanks for that reminder. So we have, talking about forms and whatnot, tell our listeners about a special insert that our utility customers will receive in their upcoming bill this month.
So in their bill this month, there's going to be an insert that says, "Did you know the City of Port Orange recently passed a new ordinance that may affect you? Was enacted on April 20th. Relates to garbage, trash, and debris in the city right-of-ways or parkage during declared emergencies such as hurricanes and tropical storms. When preparing for a storm, we want to prevent garbage and debris in the front of your property from becoming dangerous to residents and properties. Once the city has declared an emergency, citizens should bring in their garbage cans, yard waste, and other debris from the street. It is not appropriate to trim trees and expect timely waste pickup during a declared emergency. These items may become airborne, dangerous to people, properties, and utilities. City crews will be inspecting city streets, and any necessary corrective action may result in a fine."
Very, very good. So what a great insert, and it's perfect timing. We're in hurricane season, right? And we mentioned this on our last episode with emergency manager Shannon Ball. This is the time, right? It's like helping a neighbor, right? Neighbors helping neighbors. It's really not. It's about our property, but it's not having stuff in the right of way that can hurt other people's neighbors' yards with stuff that can get blown during emergencies. So I think this is a great ordinance that we put into place. And the first time offense, the fine is $250.
Yes.
So
and it'll be added to your water bill. And there were lots of citizens during Matthew and Irma when customer service handled the EOC call center that, neighbors were concerned that this was the time that their neighbors were cutting down trees and, putting it to the road, and they were very concerned for their safety.
Yes. And so now we've got an ordinance in place, and it's $250 for a first-time offense. So the whole idea for us of talking today is getting this information out to our residents about this, because it's another important topic that people won't know if they won't know until maybe they are fined, right?
Absolutely. We want to educate our citizens before it comes down to fining.
Absolutely. So we're doing everything that we can. Podcast episodes, social media, website, and everything. So, and inserts, right?
Yes.
So look for that insert for sure. And you said in this month, right? This
yes.
Coming bill for July. Awesome. So switching it up from our city ordinance on garbage and debris during emergencies to new state legislation that was passed. So Governor DeSantis signed Senate Bill 60, which took effect July 1st, where citizens must provide their names and addresses in order for code enforcement agents or officers to conduct investigations. So in other words, citizens who want to keep their complaints anonymous won't be able to do so anymore. However, just to point out that this new legislation relates to strictly city code enforcement violations and does not affect the ability of individuals seeking law enforcement services to remain anonymous. I don't know if do you get complaints and your customer service team get calls on citizens wanted to be kept anonymous?
Sure, absolutely. We get those because we're customer service. A lot of citizens call customer service and say that they want to make a complaint or talk to code enforcement. We usually direct them to the website so that they can use Citizen Tracker. That's the best place for citizens to get their voices heard. Which now, they'll have to use their name and information in order to make a code complaint. But that's how customer service handles those calls.
Gotcha. So again, if a citizen believes that an alleged violation poses an imminent threat to public health, safety, or welfare, or any kind of sensitive resources that they may report such a violation anonymously by calling 386-506-5604. You may also report other violations online to our website, but be prepared to give the street address and a brief description of the potential violation. But still, this is state. This is not something the city's done. This is a state legislation that Governor DeSantis passed, and it took effect on July 1. So again, another piece of information to get out there to our residents. And I hope to have one of our code enforcement officers on our podcast at some point to really make sure this point is addressed. So is there anything else that you would like to mention before we conclude?
I guess the only other things, customer service, we're kind of the starting point for all customers. Sometimes we're the only contact that customers have with city, and we want to encourage customers to use our new Paymentus website, but we're still willing to take calls and help customers in any way that we know how. Aquahawk, we really want them to take part of. You can get yard sale permits with customer service. So residential yard sales is something that we handle as well. So that's always fun when we get a list of garage sales and then we all go garage sailing over the weekend.
It's one question that I do hear a lot, though, about whether residents can pick up garbage cans. It's recycling cans.
Yes.
Right?
So the city of Port Orange does not provide garbage cans. You can get those at your local hardware store, but we do offer recycling bins, and you can pick those up at 407 Virginia Avenue at our city yards.
I'm sure you get a lot of questions. I know I do get a lot of citizen calls as well, too, and saying, well, how can I we're new to the area. How can we pick up a garbage can? I said, no, but you can pick up a recycling bin, and then I give them the address of 407 Virginia Avenue. So, it's good information for sure. I know we covered so much today. Can you provide our listeners maybe some ways residents can reach out to your department?
Sure. There's always the telephone number of 386-506-5720. Option 3 or 4, we'll talk to a customer service representative. We have an email address that we always take a priority to email customers within 24 hours at customerservice@port-orange.org. Those are the best ways. We also still take, letters. There's over 800 customers a week that still send in their check by mail. So a lot of our customers send us cards and letters. So we still do it the old-fashioned way as well.
No, that's great. And you're available Monday through Friday, correct?
Yep, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, except on Wednesdays at 4.
4 o'clock. Very good. I do want to put in a quick plug. The city recently sent out the latest issue of the Citizen newsletter for July, August, and September. We send it out via email to all residents who receive their utility bill electronically. However, if you do not receive a utility bill electronically but would like to still receive the newsletter, there is a form to complete. And once completed, we will add you to our distribution list, and we'll include that link here in the show notes. I knew that the newsletter previously, many years ago, was actually sent with your water bill. But since then, it's been sent out electronically. So I just wanted to put that plug in as well, too. That a lot of people still get questions saying, oh, I get the water bill, but where's the newsletter? And I said, well, we do that for email now, but there is a way that people can, put in their email address and then be added to the distribution list. So, but Kristin, I really appreciate your time to provide us, more insight on customer service and the updates that our citizens need to be aware of, for sure.
Thank you for having me.
And again, congratulations on your new appointment as customer service manager. You're going to do great, and we're excited to have you as our new manager.
Thank you.
So, of course, the best ways to find the city is by the city's website, www.port-orange.org, the city's Facebook page, Port Orange City Hall, our Twitter page @City of Port Orange, and our LinkedIn page, City of Port Orange. This podcast, The POG Show, can be found on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. This wraps up episode 13 of The POG Show. Until next time.
Thank you so much for spending time with me today on The POG Show. We've only just begun, and with you sharing, subscribing, and leaving a 5-star review for this podcast is really going to help launch us to the next level together.